Ladies and gentlemen, welcome again to Front Row Chaos. I'm your host Travis, here again with another DIY tip. And this one is going to be a PCV valve for an Acura MDX 2013. And I don't know a thing about the PCV valve except that it's a positive crankcase ventilation. And apparently if you're eating oil and you have no oil leaks, this may be a symptom, or I'm sorry, this may be the cause of that. So we're going to replace that today. And all you have to do right now, I've taken the top of the motor off, which is just this little cover right here. I took that off. There's just these two little screw type things you just turn with a regular flathead screwdriver. You take those off and then you have the top. Now, one of the videos said the PCV valve was by your dipstick. That is not true in the 2013. It is right here. As you can see, that little blue valve down there. Let's see if I can get the camera just right. See that blue right there? That is your PCV valve. And I'm gonna try, because it's kind of dark out right now, and I want to make sure you see that down there. It's a 10 millimeter. It's very small. So we're gonna take that out. That's the actual PCV valve, and we're gonna check it out. Okay, so I tried a socket at first. You can't get a socket down into that hole where that blue valve is down there. So I got a 10 millimeter wrench, and I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna put the closed in on. And it did move right away, so it wasn't too tight. But man, trying to get your wrench on there is not easy. Oh boy. Well, you talk about a tight fit. Tight fitting blue jeans here. And I'm not getting anywhere at the moment. I'm not sure how to tackle this. Oh, there it goes. I got it to move a little bit. I apologize, you know, my hand's in the way, but there really is no other way for you to see this. And it won't come yet. It's that little blue valve. Blue little thing down there. I've heard horror stories how some people said it was really tight to get out. So far I'm able to move it just a little bit at a time with this ratchet. Or not with the ratchet, with the wrench. And I think it's almost loose hand tight, but I just can't get a grip yet. It's definitely loose, and I probably could put maybe some needle nose on it and move it, but this is going. It's almost. Well, I tell you, if you're an engineer, please take into consideration where you put stuff so that people can get it out when the time comes. 'Cause man, it's a pain in the rear. All right, I got me some bent needle nose. I'm gonna see if I can get it out better with that. So far, it's a big fat no. Atlanta. I'm sweating like a pig. And I can't get a ratchet in there. I've tried to get a ratchet on there, and it just is too fat. You're hitting this thing here, wherever that thing is. Atlanta, I tell you, what a joke. Whew, I tell you, I'm almost tempted to take this thing off, whatever this thing is, but I know it can't come off that easy. Aha! Finally got my 2 fingers down, and I'm able to spin it out. Hopefully I don't lose the bolt. It's coming. I just don't want to lose the bolt if I can help it. I think it's free. And I did what I didn't want to do. It fell down. So there's the little blue valve right there. We got to take that out, and I think we're going to have to pry on it a little bit to get her to move. Well, there goes that, and it broke off in there. That's not what I wanted to have happen. Now I'm in trouble. They talked about this in the video, that you don't want it to break off in there. And it just did. So we'll check it out here in a second. All right, so here is the brand new PCV valve. And the other one broke all to pieces. So this is how it came out. Right there. I had to take apart bolts that held this bracket on right here to get my hand into there to be able to dig that valve out of there. And it was a royal pain. So if I'm going to tell you one word of caution, when you go to take it out, pry it real slow with a screwdriver right here on this blue tip to get it out, because if this cracks, which it did on me, this whole piece is left inside and you have to dig and dig and dig and dig and cuss and cuss and cuss. So save yourself some stress and make sure you don't do that. Now we're going to put this back in. And what I did is I put a little bit of lube on the PVC valve, and I'm gonna slide it right into the holder. And you can see it's in there right there. So I slid it in. Now I'm gonna push it in, and it takes some force to get it all the way set inside. Okay. Now I'm going to take my bolt and I'm going to put it in. It's only one bolt that holds this thing in. And I will tell you, if you take this bracket off like I did, it's a little easier to untighten and tighten this bolt, as you can see. And again, it's a 10 millimeter. I'm going to get it hand tight. I'm going to try to use my ratchet this time, because I'm just going to try and see if I can get it in here. Yep, now that I got that bracket loose, I can do it. It's tightening up nice with this ratchet this time versus trying to get it out, because everything was in the way. So I'm not sure how tight to get it. I'm just going to get it about there because it seems to be snug. And I don't want to over tighten it. So there it is, sitting where it did before. So I'm going to hook everything back up and we'll see how it runs. Well, I don't know about you, but every single time I work on a vehicle, it's a pain in the rear. Never goes as easy as they say or claim on the YouTube videos, but I was able to finish the job. I turned the car on. It seems to be okay. There were a few codes that came up. I cleared them because I didn't have one of the clips on the cylinder wires that I had to unclip to get that bracket off to get that PCV valve off. It was causing some issues. So anyway, I just want to let you know the car seems to be working good now. We're going to check the oil consumption coming up, because that was the biggest issue, is the oil consumption. This thing doesn't leak at all, and I was adding quarts of oil every couple of weeks, and I was like, what is going on? Passed smog okay, all that stuff. So if you have a PCA valve that you need to change, or PCV valve, I keep seeing PCA, I don't know why. It's because it's a chemical, but if you have that, you need to be changed. On the Acura MDX 2013, please be careful when you take that PCV valve off, because that is the biggest problem. It took me hours to dig that valve out, piece by piece, and it came out. But I just want to thank you so much for watching Front Row Chaos. Please hit that like and subscribe button, because I do these videos every so often that maybe it'll help you conquer something that you didn't think you could do. So you have a blessed and great day, and we'll see you next time right here on Front Row Chaos.